my head's not cut off. Awesome, amazing, wow, okay. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Anna, and if you're new around here, well, welcome. Let's be real, I don't have a name for anyone who watches my videos, nor do I think I'm cool enough for that, so we'll just scratch that. But it's been a hot minute since I have sat in front of a camera and talking? Wow, not even in Korean, already messing up my English. Let's be real, I've been doing that since I was born. But anyway, it's been a hot minute since I've spoken to you guys. And I just kind of wanted to come on here, update you guys on where I am in the process, and just kind of some things to keep in mind if you're also in the big wait portion or you're getting to that. This is like, I don't know, February and you just applied or something. So it is going to be a little bit rambly, a little bit chit chat. You might want to get a cup of tea, get a coffee, get a LaCroix, that's what I have, and kind of sit back because it's going to be another long one. Because I'm going to talk about the big wave, but also just like, I guess my thoughts and reflections and anticipations and stuff like that. So, you know, sit tight. It's going to be a good one. Those years on and on, see what's beyond my fears. I got my LaCroix. Now we're good to go. Alright, so where I am, it is November 8th when I'm shooting this, and last Tuesday, so October 30th, I received an email from my recruiter, Alistair from Korean Horizons. If you guys didn't know already, I'll leave his information linked down below. He's top notch, highly recommend, and I have a whole video, link it here on, you know, the recruitment process in terms of like going through a recruiter versus applying directly to EPIK and stuff like that. So I'll leave it linked. But I received an email last Tuesday from Alistair in regard to my documents being sent out into the world, and I think this is like highly theoretical right now, but I'm pretty sure they send it to your preference first. So mine is Taejeon, so I believe my stuff is there, and I should find out by the end of this month to like the beginning of December-ish, roughly where my placement is. Fingers crossed it's my preference, but I'm really open to wherever. And truthfully, let's be real, everyone who's applying, you could end up anywhere. There is no guarantee. So just, you know, keep that in mind. That's like the theme of everything. It's up in the air. The first batch has already been sent out, and we are like a whole month ahead of schedule. I'm just gonna put that out there. Typically you'll find out like mid to late December to early January your placement and get your contracts around then. So to be told like in late November, it's pretty dang early, but I don't know anything yet, so you'll get a video when I do get that information. But yeah, so now you're in the big wait portion of it, and I mean, personally, I'm just like kind of chilled out about it. Like I could be jinxing myself here, but I just have like a very strong intuitive feeling that I'm gonna end up where I'm supposed to end up. I just think that like when it comes to this, like, you're gonna get where you're supposed to go, and it might not be your first or even second or even third choice or even a place that you've heard of before, but there's a rhyme or reason to it in the grand scheme of life and destiny and all of that. So yeah, so I'm just kind of like, it's completely out of my hands. My documents passed all types of inspections and I'm good to go, and there's nothing more I can do except just wait. And so what you can be doing during this time is starting to tie up your affairs. Now, I plan on leaving the first week of February, so I have some time to kind of adjust to like Korean Standard Time and just kind of get my bearings and being in a whole other country, because let's be real, when you go to orientation, it's going to be kind of like a safe zone that you're going to be surrounded by people who speak English. You're going to be surrounded, you know, in a safety bubble, and then you're splashed into the world. And I would like the chance to kind of get my own bearings with my friends and stuff, and just like man it out a little bit on my own, so I'm not like completely like a fish out of water when I get put in my apartment. Like, I want to be able to go, oh, like I've taken the subway before, oh, I've taken the bus before, I know how to do X, Y, and Z, you know? So giving myself a solid 2-ish weeks to do that, I think personally is like something I'm really trying to do. But so I'm trying to tie up my affairs. By that I mean start considering like just think that so if you have student loans, are you going to defer them for the next year? Are you going to change your payment plan? That's something you should start considering and looking into, and maybe start applying. I don't know. I have like my own like government loans, not like private loans, so I don't know how those work, but I know for me, like, I just have to fill out a form and then it'll adjust the pay to the like payment plan to like my pay. Now, for a lot of people who went to Korea and did that plan, they usually end up with like a $0 amount that they're due, so you can choose your payment, which is kind of what I'm hoping for, so on certain months I could pay more or a little less or whatever. So yeah, so start looking at your loans or your credit cards, start paying those down. I would highly, highly suggest, aside from student loans and car loans and stuff, like big things, like obviously you can't pay those off like right away. But if you have like credit card debt, I would highly consider start paying that baby down to like 0. Only because when you're abroad and maybe you're using the same credit card or you're going to change credit cards, like, you just don't want to have to deal with messing up your credit while you're living in a whole other country. So I would highly suggest making sure that you cut off any debt that you have that's like manageable, like credit card debt. And consider looking into a card that has minimal to no international fees. That's what I'm currently doing and debating upon, and it's all like it's all preference really. You don't even need a credit card. It's just like if you want one, maybe look into that, as well as your bank. So if you are going to be paying your student loans, I would highly suggest looking into banks that can easily transfer internationally, and it cuts down the fee. So I happen to live in the tri-state area in New Jersey, very close to New York, and we have a KEB branch, a KEB Hannah branch. Here in New Jersey, we have 2 banks and then 1 in Manhattan, or 2 in Manhattan, I think, in K-Town. And so there is still a fee, but it's way lower than if you had like Wells Fargo or even Citibank. It's still a lot cheaper to transfer. So if you're lucky enough to live within New Jersey, New York, look into that, because even though they're not directly connected because they are international, it is an American branch, I would highly suggest looking into changing your bank and you know, tying up those affairs so that you're not kind of screwed abroad when you want to transfer money and you're getting charged like $50 each time. Like, that's a good chunk of change that you could be saving. So look into different banks and start basically start preparing yourself for like moving abroad. I find that a lot of people, and I'm not like throwing shade or anything like that, but I feel like a lot of people just kind of like willy-nilly about a lot of these things, and it's something that you should highly start thinking about and like start taking action on. Changing your banks, paying off those credit cards, making sure that your phone is unlocked. I mean, those are kind of like, that's something you could do closer to like your leaving date, but it's just like a lot of day-to-day things that you don't typically consider. So that's kind of what I'm doing right now, and like I got a new phone and stuff like that. If you do have bigger pant sizes, bigger shoe sizes, so if you're a female, bigger than a size 8 is like the cutoff for the most part, in like American shoe sizes. I don't know the UK one, I'm so sorry. But yeah, if you have a bigger shoe size, if you're a bigger pant size, then I want to say like an 8-10. In women, I really don't know male sizes. I am so sorry, every guy who's watching this, if you're watching this. But like, basically if you're a bit thicker, you know, slim thick, then you might want to consider picking up a few extra pairs of pants to bring with you, just in case. I've never been to Korea. I obviously don't know like their sizes and stuff, but I've heard from people who are currently living there that bigger than a size 8 to a 10 in women's, you're not really gonna find pants that fit you. Also, if you're taller than, I want to say my height, like 5'6", 5'7", pants might start to fit you shorter. So just something to consider is to start picking up bits and bobs that like you need, that you might not be able to find. And you can always order ASOS like internationally, or go to the American brand stores in Itaewon, in Seoul and stuff, and like wherever lots of foreigners are, there's probably going to be clothing shops that will more likely fit our body type. Yeah, just start, I don't know, just like little things like that that like you really just don't consider the luxury of buying nice underwear, stuff like that, because yes, Korea has underwear, but if you are particular about those things like lacy or thongs or whatever, those are a bit harder to get over there. I have heard. Like I said, have not been there. This is all just like assumptions and research, which is something that you guys should be doing, and if you're watching this and you are doing it, so good on you. Pat on the back. That's basically what you do in the big weight. You start, that was like a really long way to say all of that, but you basically are just getting all your fares like tied up and ready to live. And if you're going just for a year, then like it's not the end of the world, but like if you want to be there long term, you really should be considering how to make sure that you're leaving the country with everything ready, you know, just ready to go, and ready to leave your life in America. So yes, that's what you do in the big weight. And then once you get your placement, that's when you're able to get your contract and you can get your visa stuff. Now, a lot of people are like, I want to buy my plane ticket ASAP because now I've passed and my stuff is out, and that's all good and dandy, and if you're fine with like losing some money, then that's great, you can do that. But do not buy your plane ticket until you have that visa baby in your hands, because, and I say this with like all the exclamation points, because anything could happen in between now and then. I mean, fingers crossed this doesn't happen, but you could end up on a wait list because you weren't able to get placed in time. You could be moved back to like March intake. There are so many variables that are still involved, and so I wouldn't take it upon myself to just like willy-nilly buy a ticket with the intention of going in February to find out that I am actually not placed and I need to wait until March to go, because then you'll just be waiting around Korea for a while, or you know, you have to exchange your ticket and there might be fees when you could have saved that money. So hold on, take a deep breath, calm down. It's gonna be okay. You're gonna find a plane ticket that's affordable, I promise. Yeah, so don't buy your plane ticket. Do start getting your fares all locked up tight, paying off your debt, all that. And that's pretty much it. That's all. You're just going through life until, you know, you get that email. And make sure that you're spending time with like your loved ones and your friends, and take that into account, because I'm telling you, this time's gonna fly by. Like, it feels like it was just August when I sent in my application, and now we're in November and we're getting ready for placement. Like, it's nuts. And so I'm very aware of the fact that I have to start really. She got tired. She burnt out. Alright, sorry. My camera was not working. But I'm very aware of the fact that I am leaving in less than 100 days. Like, I have a countdown. Let's pull her up. Let's pull her up. I am leaving in about, in 90 days. I am like roughly leaving, like 90, 91, 89, who knows, I haven't bought the plane ticket yet. But in about 3 months I'm leaving. And those 3 months are gonna fly by, especially if you're leaving in like, for February, because there's the holidays, and the holidays like suck up time. So make sure that you are, you know, carving out that time for people that you want to see, and you know, because you're not going to see them for up to a year for the most part for a lot of people. So, you know, start considering that, you know, go to lunch, go to dinner with your friends, your family, all that. So, yeah, so that's kind of it. That's all you really do on the big weight. I don't want to ramble too much on, but in terms of like where I'm at mentally, and this is just kind of for me, so if you don't want to watch, that's totally fine. Yeah, it hits me, but like it hasn't really fully hit me, and I don't think it's really gonna fully hit me until I'm getting ready to go on the plane and I'm like, oh yeah, that's right, I'm leaving. And then it won't hit me that I'm not coming back until like 2 months in. I'm like, oh. So yeah, so that's where I am mentally. I've been also just like binging a lot. Like by binging I mean like actually like binging things out of my room, and like getting rid of things that I feel like I'm not gonna need. And pretty much January is gonna be like a huge binge month, like clothes, shoes, things that like I just really don't need. And even if I do come back, 'cause I don't know if I'm coming back, but even if I do come back, like I know that I want to like go out and move out on my own. I don't know if that's going to immediately happen, whatever. But I don't want to just have things here and like, I don't know, I just feel bad. I don't want them to keep storage stuff that like they could get rid of. So yeah, so that's where I'm at, and yeah, I feel like I've been talking a lot. I'm so sorry, but yeah, I just am super excited, obviously still. And something that I find very interesting is that there's tons of videos on foreigners in Korea as a whole, and white and black, but I find, and it could just be skewed in this way, like there just might not be a lot of Latinas that like do video, and there are, like I know like It's Your Homegirl, Nalu, like I know like there's lots of Latinas there. But I think, but even so, like, I feel like the Latina that I am, where, like, I have curly hair and just a different type of aesthetic, if you will, or just outward appearance, like, I don't see a lot of people like me on YouTube going to Korea, and I don't know if it's just a reflection of, like, the culture, because, like, there's one Puerto Rican that I know that's out there, and I'll leave her link down below, but I haven't seen any videos of more than her. Like, it's just, I feel like it's just legit me and her gonna be in Puerto Rico. In Puerto Rico, oh my god. In Korea, yeah. So it's very interesting to try and find that perspective, because while I think as a whole, foreigners might get treated differently, I think it's also like, if you tend to look more this way or tend to look more that way, you might get skewed into that group, because like, not that we don't exist, but like I think to their minds, like Latina is like Brazilian, not like Puerto Rico or Cuba or Dominican Republic or anything like that. So so it's gonna be really interesting, and I'm really excited to put that perspective out here, of like what just like a middle of the road girl like me is, what life is like out there. And it could be like the same as everyone else, I'm just like being extra, or it could be a whole different experience, because I don't know how they're gonna place me, or where I'm gonna fall in their view of like the world. If that makes any sense. But yeah, so that's just another thing. Alright, I'm gonna cut it off here because I feel like I can keep going and going and going, and I know that you guys have better things to do. So if you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up, and subscribe if you like, to follow this journey to Korea, or just in life in general, because who knows where the world's gonna take me. But definitely subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye!